Hey guys, so today let's take a look at the Moondrop MIAD01, that's MIAD01. This is a smartphone that's geared towards audiophiles, and it's most interesting to me because it's like the only smartphone out there with a 4.4 millimeter bounced connection. I don't know any other smartphone out there that has a 4.4 millimeter connection built in. Like usually if you want to use a 4.4 connector, which is what a lot of audiophiles use to connect their headphones and IEMs, you have to go with a dongle, right? You just connect one of those USB-C dongles to your phone and you have it. But if you don't want to carry around a dongle and you just want to have a bounced connector jack built into your smartphone, there's not too many of those around. And as far as I know, this is the only one out there. So yeah, that's what got me interested in this device. It retails for around $400 or $450, around there. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. This is by Moondrop, a Chinese audio company, most well known for their affordable, I would say consider affordable, like under $500 IEMs in your monitors. And I did not know that they made a smartphone until recently, actually, but they actually came out with this last year. So yeah, just like Moondrop's other products, it always comes with some kind of anime cover here. So it's always anime girls with them. They're one of those Chinese IM companies that always has that going for that. Like I think I only did an unboxing of another Moondrop product. Was it a couple years back when I did the Sparks? Yeah, that also had a very anime girl aesthetic to it. The specs on this device, by the way. So yes, it is a smartphone, so you can make calls and stuff with it. It has a SIM card tray and everything. 256 gigabytes of built-in storage. That's appreciated, because if you're going to have a lot of music, then 256 gigabytes, that's a decent amount of music right there. That's not to mention the micro SD card slot that it also has as well. So it's expandable storage, another appreciated thing on a smartphone. Not too many smartphones has micro SD still. 12 gigs of RAM, which is quite a decent amount. 6.7-inch AMOLED 2460 by 1080, 120 hertz display. That's actually not, that's pretty common for a smartphone, but it's not too common for like a digital audio player to have an AMOLED display like that. Yeah, it's got, actually it doesn't say the version of Bluetooth here, but it has LDAC support. It doesn't say aptX HD or anything though. Anyway, it's Android 13. Okay, well, anyways, let's take a look. This is the back. It just, yeah, okay, so it just tells you what it comes with and a bunch of things in Chinese here. Made in China, obviously. Okay, yeah, nothing too stands out here, but let's take a look. Oh, actually, the MIAD stands for Mobile Internet Audio Device. That's what it stands for, okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, 3.5, 4.4. This is one of the only smartphones I know of. I actually don't know any other smartphone that has a 4.4 balanced output. So let's look at the accessories first. So you have a SIM card removal or ejector tool right there. And then you have a USB-C to USB-C cable. And you get your quick start guide or user manual here, which is like, okay, it's a smartphone. You don't really need an instruction guide for a smartphone, right? Yeah, pretty much everyone knows how to use a smartphone now. Okay, let's take a look at the MIAD01 here, and this is all that's in the box, not too much here. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so this is what the MIAD01 looks like. It's got a curved AMOLED screen, which I personally don't like, and I think this has been an issue with a lot of people with the MIAD01 because like curved screens, like this was kind of a fad, I would say, back in the mid to late 2010s, when like Samsung and LG were making these curved displays, but there's really no benefit to it, and it just makes it difficult to watch movies and stuff on it. And one of the main reasons I bought this phone is because I want to watch movies on it using my in-ear monitors, which connects using 4.4. So that's kind of the reason why. And there are very, very few digital audio players out there that would have an AMOLED display, especially like this big, And so the amount of devices out there where I was like, okay, I want a device where I can watch movies on an AMOLED display and have the 4.4 millimeter connection. And there really is nothing out there like that except for this. Yeah. At least not that I know of, you know. So it's pretty interesting. So this product exists for a niche. I know that niche happens to be one of the use cases I'm looking at, right? I want a large AMOLED display. This is 6.7 inch, and I want a 4.4 millimeter connection with it. There's no digital audio players that have this big of a screen and also have AMOLED, and there is no phone with 4.4 except for this one. So here it is, MIAD01. The cameras are not going to be good. They even say so on their website. They say don't expect a good camera, and I don't expect a good one because, I mean, it's Moondrop. They're well known for making in-ear monitors and wireless earbuds. Why would they be good at tuning cameras, right? But at least it has one. It exists. And yeah, it's got a cool aesthetic though. I mean, it's plastic, but it's got a cool aesthetic. Well, definitely unique and stands out. Like people will think this is some kind of case or something like that. Like most people probably don't know this phone exists, except for like, you know, certain audiophiles, but yeah, it looks kind of like a case. It doesn't really look like, you know, the actual back of a phone, but here it is. They have this massive chin though. So I don't know about that. They do have this massive chin. I would rather they just make it like flush, you know? Like, sure, make it like this part is thinner, but then why not just try to make it flush, you know? I don't mind it being just a little bit thicker just to make it flush. But yeah, you got the volume rockers right here. Actually, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't put in a dial. Maybe they could fit a dial onto this thing, or at least, you know, dedicated buttons, you know. Give me some dedicated buttons like an actual digital audio player. Like an actual DAP would have dedicated buttons for the play, pause, you know, next track, previous track, media controls like that. Nope, it just gives you the standard smartphone buttons for volume and power on right there. No media playback buttons that are dedicated here, unfortunately. On the top here, you got the 3.5, which is normal. I guess, well, not normal anymore. It used to be normal. Nowadays, 3.5 is actually hard to find on smartphones. Microphone, and you got the 4.4, which is unique to this phone. I don't know any other smartphone that has a 4.4 balance connector. So that's one of the main reasons why I got it. Down at the bottom here, you got SIM card tray, and you got the USB-C. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it looks just like a normal smartphone from the top when you're holding it, and then on back it does look kind of cool. But yeah, what makes the smartphone really stand out is the 4.4 balance connector. I'm just kind of disappointed they didn't take the opportunity to give you some media playback buttons or, you know, some better volume control buttons than just the regular smartphone ones. That's kind of a disappointment, right? Yeah, turn it on here. So that's Moondrop here. Yeah, Android 13, which is not the newest Android. I wonder if you can update it to like Android 15. We'll see. Yeah, maybe not though. Hopefully they make a MIAD02, you know, with some more improvements. But yeah, let's see how long it takes to start up. Ooh, it's taking a while. Maybe it's because it's starting up for the first time. It is taking a while, okay. Okay, well, let me set this phone up first. And it does have a micro SD, or it should have a micro SD card slot, right? You should have one. Yeah, maybe this tray is also a micro SD card. It might be a dual SIM card slot. Micro SD card tray. Actually, we can take a look here. Why don't we just take a look right now? Okay. What do we got here? Yeah, so we got, there it is. Yeah, it's a dual. So this tray here is a SIM card on one side. I mean, sorry, yeah, here. SIM card on one side and then micro SD on the other side. So it's a dual layer. Yeah, that's what I figured. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is finally boot it up. But what I'll do is I'm gonna put my own music on the SD card, and then yeah, I'll put it in, and then I'll install Hibi Music, which is my favorite Android music player app. I'm familiar with it, and tell you guys about the sound quality and what I think of it. And yeah, I can't find information on the actual DAC it's using from the actual website. It just says dual flagship DAC from Cirrus Logic. But from what I can understand after looking at other websites, I think it is CS43131. So that's a pretty common DAC that's used in other like entry-level digital audio players, like the Snowski digital audio players use that. So I mean, it's kind of a cheap DAC, but yeah, I mean the cost is not that great. I mean, it's like a $400 smartphone. It's kind of like budget smartphone, right? Essentially, or a mid-tier smartphone. So I guess they're not gonna put too much money on the DAC there, but it should be a better DAC than most smartphones, right? The CS43131 that's a pretty well-performing DAC, and it's tried and true and tested through years of digital audio player development. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'll tell you guys what I think about this. Okay, so I got the Moondrop MIAD01 set up and everything. This is the default lock screen. You have this like anime schoolgirl, very typical Moondrop, I guess. But I don't know, this normal wallpaper that you get with the home screen though, it doesn't look quite as good. But anyways, I installed Heavy Music. This is the usual music app I use for Android, and works pretty well, you know, very, very responsive and everything as you would expect. So no issues here. I mean, this is pretty much a modern Android phone, so it's very fast and responsive. Will probably be more responsive and faster than like 80% of the DAPs out there, to be honest, because the thing is, when you buy a digital audio player, they're often using outdated Android OS, and they don't give you the best CPUs on them. So you buy like the top of the end Aston and Kern, for example, and yeah, it still probably won't be as fast as this, which is kind of sad, to be honest. But anyways, it's very good, very, very responsive. UI and everything, pretty much it is a smartphone, you know. So the sad fact is that most smartphones, even kind of mid-tier or budget ones like this, will probably be more responsive than higher end DAPs. But yeah, Heavy Music's like this. You pull it up, and if you guys have used Heavy Music before, then I like it. You know, like you got lyrics, you got song information, track information, favorites, playing queue, yeah, shuffle, repeat, sequence. You know, it's very easy to use. Of course, this being an Android player, you can install whatever app you want on here, right? But I usually choose to go with Heavy Music, or Hybe Music. That's what I'm used to, and I've used my Hybe DAP for a long time, right? You do searches and stuff, so I can do Beatles. Yeah, very easy to get that going. Go to artist, actually, or album. Yeah, there it is, Abbey Road. So yeah, and this speaker's yeah, this speaker is this proud of me. This is about as loud as it gets, which is unfortunate because this is supposed to be a phone geared towards audiophiles, but the speakers aren't that great. It's just a single mono speaker, what you would typically find on a lower end smartphone. So late nights all alone with a test tube. Yeah, like that's about all you can get. So that's max volume. So the speakers are kind of disappointing because, well, it's supposed to be audiophile oriented, but it doesn't give you good speakers. It just gives you typical speakers you would find on a $400 phone. So kind of disappointing there. But otherwise, it's pretty smooth and responsive. So what about the sound quality? So yeah, that's what this is about, right? The 4.4 millimeter jack right here. Yeah, it's okay. Like, the CS43131 DAC inside of it, which is what I think the chip is, it sounds similar to like a $50 Fio or Snowski Echo Mini, I would say, because that's the type of DAC you would see on an entry-level digital audio player like the Snowski Echo Mini. So the sound quality is roughly on par with that, which is not bad. It's going to be good enough for most people, of course, but if you're an audiophile, you might want something a little bit the thing is, like, the CS43131 is a nice DAC, and it's been tried and true and used a lot before, but of course there's higher end DACs, right, like the ES9039 Pro or the AKM AK4499EX, right? So there are like higher end DACs than that, and the sound doesn't sound as cohesive, I would say. You might have a little bit more distortion, the specs and everything, yeah, you might have more like not as much of a blacker background. I say the background isn't like as black, or there's just more noise in the background, I would say, compared to higher end DACs. So the sound is good enough for most people. Of course, the vast majority of people will be fine with this, but for audiophiles who really look for something, you know, a little bit more coherent, a little bit more technically better, For the same price, you can get, this is the recent DAP that I just got, around the same price, 400 something, $450 or something, right? You can get the Onyx XM2. This costs around the same amount, $400 to $430, I think. This one comes with, this is a newer CS4308P DAC, which sounds to me, and I compared these two, this one, yeah, the newer DAC here on the XM2, it does sound more authoritative. It sounds like it's more, the sound's just more coherent. The note separation is better, I would say. Soundstage, the background is blacker. So technically, it does sound a bit better than the DAC that's inside the Moondrop. But this is a dedicated digital audio player. This is not a phone, and this has a lot more power. So, yeah, the Moondrop DAC, the Moondrop amplifier, I don't think will output this much power. This outputs up to 800 milliwatts on the balanced output. So the Moondrop will output, I would say, it doesn't exactly say in milliwatts, but like around 400 or 500 milliwatts, which is still pretty good. You know, this will still drive most in-ear monitors and full-size headphones on the market, but it won't compare, of course, to the XM2's 800 milliwatts of output power. But hey, at the same time, you know, I have to say the DAC and the sound quality from the balanced is definitely better than what you would get on most smartphones. Like most smartphones would even have a 3.5, let alone a 4.4, right? So the fact that it has a 4.4, yeah, that makes it valuable to people who don't want to carry around a dongle. And honestly, the performance of the MIAD01 is pretty much on par with an entry-level USB-C DAC dongle or like one of the lower-end DAPs, like the Snowski stuff. So yeah, this like a lower end Snowski Echo Mini or entry level, you know, DAC dongle. I think this is pretty much equivalent to that, which is fine for most people. You know, if you don't want to carry around a DAC dongle, you want to have better sound quality than most of the smartphones out there, this will get you covered. And this will actually still have enough power to drive most full-size headphones and IEMs out there. So it should be fine for most people, you know? Of course, I'm using this not just for listening to music, but also for watching movies as well. So I put some movies on here, like Life of Pi, which I think is a really beautiful looking movie.
Tigers an average of 5 kilos of meat a day.
So let's see. There's one that will take advantage of this bigger OLED display here. There's one scene in Life of Pi where it just look really, really beautiful. There's that one scene. The scene was underwater. Okay. Yeah, some of the scenes in this movie are really nice. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this part. He's on this island. Here. And yes, this is full volume. I have actually 200% of VLC. This is where, like, man, I gotta have OLED, you know, when I'm watching movies. Like, IPS display just won't do. I know you can technically use an Android-powered digital audio player to do this, to watch movies and stuff. You can technically do that, but, like, again, most digital audio players don't have OLED displays. This one does. So, yeah, and, man, when you have OLED displays, you really appreciate scenes like this, right? Really, really beautiful scenes. Yeah, it's like this. This, when you can see the total blacks in a scene like this, using OLED display, it's just, that's when it's like, yeah, I'm glad I have an OLED display, not IPS, you know? So that's the thing. You might call me picky for wanting to have an OLED display for watching movies, but yeah, it's scenes like that that really, you know, bring out how much important, I guess, to have OLED is. It's another one. Let's watch like an anime movie like Your Name. Very popular. Let's see, there's the one scene in Your Name here. Just because Makoto Shinkai's movies, they look super, super sharp and smooth, I guess, and polished.
すみません。
俺が必ずもう一度会いに行くって。君の名前は三葉。大丈夫、覚えてる。三葉、三葉、三葉、名前は三葉。君の名前は。
Like, I think it would have been better if this phone didn't have a curved display. Like, because it has a curved display, the aspect ratio looks a little bit distorted, you know? But yeah, that's the thing I don't like about curved displays, because when you watch videos on a curved display, it looks kind of distorted. But it's fine, you know, it's still still watchable if you can get past that small little distortion at the edges there. I don't know why companies had curved displays for phones. Yeah, it's weird, but I'm glad they mostly got rid of it. But just this phone still uses it for some reason.
みんな逃げろ。状況を確認しています。町民の皆様は慌てずその場で待機して指示をお待ちください。
Anyways, it's really nice to watch movies on, especially when you got a balanced headphone jack, so I can actually watch movies using my in-ear monitors and stuff, which is not something I can do with most smartphones. So it's nice having a smartphone that has a balanced connection like that. So anyways, that's it. The Moondrop MIAD01. Overall, I think this is a niche product for sure. The reason why you might want this is, yeah, if you just need to have a smartphone with a balanced connector. You know, if you want to listen to your music or watch movies using your in-ear monitors, IEMs, or your high-end headphones like me, then this will be a nice convenient way to do that without having to bring around a USB-C DAC dongle, right? Now the sound quality on this is pretty much equivalent to like an entry-level DAC dongle or an entry-level digital audio player, but that's fine, you know, that's fine for most people. If you really want to do critical listening, obviously just go for a dedicated digital audio player at that point. Yeah, you'll have to, like, you know, so even something like the Onyx XM2 will sound noticeably better. But if you want to have, you know, all the features of a phone, yeah, be able to watch video and install your apps and stuff on Android, then this is a good option as well. I wish they put like better speakers on here. This is just a typical mono speaker you would typically find on a budget smartphone, so speakers are not that great. I also wish that they give you like dedicated media playback buttons and like dedicated volume knobs or something. But no, it's just like a typical smartphone here too. So that makes it almost not like a digital audio player, you know, just like a typical smartphone. So yeah, it's like, basically this is like a budget smartphone that happens to have a 4.4 millimeter balanced and decent output power. You know, it's still better sounding than most smartphones out there, so that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, the target audience for this is basically if you're looking for a budget smartphone that can also yeah, that also you can put in your in-ear monitors and higher end headphones and be able to listen to stuff with okay quality, you know, better quality than most smartphones, not as good as most digital audio players, but better than most smartphones. Then yeah, if you're satisfied with that, then the Moondrop is definitely an option. I think the battery life should be pretty good on this as well. So yeah, you can install all your Android apps. If you want to stream, you can install your Tidal and Spotify on this as well, so that's good. Micro SD card is also supported, so you know, if you're looking for a phone with micro SD card support to watch your movies and play music, this has got you covered there as well. And a decent OLED display. You know, 6.7-inch OLED is not something that you get on most digital audio players, so there's that going for it as well. So yeah, basically it's for the audience who are mostly interested in yeah, being able to use their smartphone with their existing IEMs and headphones with balanced cables, and you don't want to bring around a dongle or something. So this actually makes it a little bit more convenient, right? So this is essentially like got a built-in entry-level dongle, essentially. So yeah, if you guys are, you know, if that's what you're looking for, like, don't expect us to have a good camera or anything. Like, we can actually just test that quickly right here, right? Yeah, the camera is such an afterthought, but we can just test it right here. And we actually got an ultra wide here as well. The ultra wide is just pretty bad quality. Okay, usually the normal The normal ultra wide is fine, not like the super ultra wide. Yeah, which is normal wide, I should say. Yeah, normal wide and then ultra wide, and then you got the telephoto. Yeah, those are noticeably worse. So let's just try the normal ultra wide here. Yeah, you guys can take a look here. It's okay, right? It's okay. It's not like, you know, not like the best or anything like that. Obviously, it's still missing some details there. And this being like decent lighting conditions. Of course, if you have low light, it's not going to work very well. That's okay, you know. So I would say it's not very good as a smartphone. If you're going to plan to use this as your primary smartphone, I would not recommend it because, yeah, the camera is not very good. I mean, the basic features of a phone are here, but it's just, you won't get very high quality specs on it and not a very good camera because it is, at the end of the day, a budget smartphone. If you're planning to use this as your main digital audio player, it could be fine. Just realize that the quality of this is probably equal to like a very entry-level digital audio player, which is fine, you know, for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people are satisfied with their Fios and Snowskis and like entry-level Hibbies and Hibies. Yeah, if you're, you know, looking for, hey, entry-level digital audio player, $300 is what I'm looking for, but I also want to have a smartphone that I can play videos and stuff on and do everything a smartphone can do, then sure, you can go for this as well. Then the sound quality should be fine. If you're, yeah, just keep in mind, yes, the sound quality will be roughly equivalent to that of an entry-level digital audio player, which is still good for most people. That's good enough, you know. You got like a, you know, decent display and everything. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much the target audience for users of this device is someone who wants to have essentially a secondary smartphone that can also play music at a decent level and have good output power. So yeah. For me, this occupies a very specific niche. It's almost like I want to watch my movies on a big OLED display using my in-ear monitors and higher-end headphones with a balanced connection jack. So for me, that's a very, very specific niche use case. But hey, there might be some other people there that have the same use case. So who knows? But yeah, the main benefit of this over your typical smartphone is this 4.4 millimeter balanced connection right here and the micro SD. That's pretty much the main selling points. This is the only smartphone that I know of on the market that has a 4.4 millimeter balanced. I don't know any other smartphone that has that. You would usually have to buy a USB-C DAC dongle to get that, but if you buy this phone, you won't need that, so that's good. I like that because you don't have to carry around something extra that you might be able to lose, right? So it's nice to have that built in, right? So equivalent to just having a built-in entry-level, you know, DAC dongle. So that's good. Yeah, so overall, if you guys are looking for like a budget smartphone with budget smartphone specs, but with the ability to plug in your in-ear monitors and higher-end headphones, then this is pretty much the device, you know. There really isn't any other smartphone on the market with 4.4 millimeter balanced output, so yeah, this is pretty much the only one. And then, yeah, having micro SD is also nice as well. So just wish that it had better speakers and you know, dedicated media playback controls and volume dials or something, like something more than just this balanced. Otherwise, it just looks like a typical smartphone. It does not really look much more than that. It's not like, it really doesn't look too much like a digital audio player, you know, other than the balanced connection. Like, that's pretty much the only thing you got here, but I would appreciate if they added some media playback controls at least, you know, or give us some stereo speakers. That would make it a lot more enticing for audiophiles that want to use this as like a really a replacement for the digital audio player. But as it is, it's okay, you know. It does its job. Like if you just want to have a phone with OLED display, 4.4 millimeter balanced and micro SD, then this thing will hit that, you know. Just don't expect it to be a really good phone or a really good digital audio player. It's just kind of a compromise of both things. So yeah, that's it. The Moondrop MIAD01. It's really just a compromise of a budget smartphone and an entry-level digital audio player, or DAP. So yeah, coming up will be the sound comparison tests. I will actually, yeah, I'll put this up against the some of the entry-level digital audio players like the Snowski Echo Mini and also the Onyx XM2 as well, which retails for about the same price, but you get a better DAC on this, as well as of course more output power as well, because this is a dedicated digital audio player. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys think of the Moondrop MIAD01. Would you guys get it? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.
The sun is setting and you're right here by my side, and the movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. Every look, every touch makes me wanna give you my heart. I've been crushing on you, baby. Stay right where you are, 'cause I never knew you could hide moonlight in your hands till the night I held you. The sun is setting and you're right here by my side, and the movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. Every look, every touch makes me wanna give you my heart. I've been crushing on you, baby. Stay right where you are, 'cause I never knew you could hide moonlight in your hands till the night I held you. The sun is setting and you're right here by my side, and the movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. Every look, every touch makes me wanna give you my heart. I've been crushing on you, baby. Stay right where you are, 'cause I never knew you could hide moonlight in your hands till the night I held you. The sun is setting and you're right here by my side, and the movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. Every look, every touch makes me wanna give you my heart. I've been crushing on you, baby. Stay right where you are, 'cause I never knew you could hide moonlight in your hands till the night I held you. The sun is setting, and you're right here by my side. And the movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. Every look, every touch makes me wanna give you my heart. I've been crashing on you, baby. Stay right where you are, 'cause I never knew you could hide moonlight in your hands till the night I held you.
Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find there. Another road where maybe I could see another side there. Ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find there. Another road where maybe I could see another side there. Ooh, and then I suddenly see you. Ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life. I was alone. I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life.